Come on, StreamYard. There it is.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Show with the family, and of course,
co-host Catherine Brandt,
Andy Brandt Bernard,
and Kristyn Burtt.
Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now, talking about how it's going to be this weekend before the show.
Yep, it's going to be a little chilly.
The weather
no comment.
in Minnesota here.
Do you want me to read our LA low? 53.
There you go.
That's
chilly.
the low. Yeah. The high will be in the...
Yeah, Saturday into Sunday is going to get down to minus 14.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a high of 0 tomorrow and a high of 1 on Sunday.
I am not built for that. I just am
not.
not.
I used to just literally sit under like 20 blankets right by the gas fireplace insert and just freeze and still be shivering. I just can't do it either.
We've got a gas fireplace in our sunroom that we have blazing all day, every day in the winter, and it
feels
we
good.
didn't have it until like 2 years ago. Before that, we had a very old fireplace with like a cracked manifold, and we didn't use it too often.
Yeah, you guys put that in. Yes, fireplaces are a must-have.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
65 is where I turn my heat on in LA.
There you go.
Do you really?
Yeah,
it's low enough to turn your heat on, but you don't need it like a fire or anything.
It's so funny because when I call for anything that goes on with our air conditioning unit, which somehow does have heat in there, I think it has a little bit of a heating element. I always call up and say, "Yes, our furnace," and they go, "Furnace?" They don't even know what that means. They don't even know the word furnace.
No, I would never use the word furnace in California for sure. No.
What is it?
I would in if I lived in New York City, because you definitely have a furnace in New York.
Yeah.
What do they call it then if it's not a furnace?
I think just a heater.
Heat.
I think you just have a heater.
Just heat? Your heat?
Your heating unit. Okay. Heating unit.
Huh.
There you have it.
Yeah, furnace, they just don't even know what that is. It's funny.
Okay, well, as Alex sitting down, I just want to run the docket by you today. Which one of these does not fit in with the others? You ready? Kristyn Burtt. Right. So far, so good. Then we got, who's the second one? I know who the third one is. Oh, yeah, Timmy Lammers is second. Yeah. So that's good. You got Kristyn, you got Timmy Lammers. And then our third guest today, and I know she's very upset that she won't be here for it, but our third guest today is Mike Lindell. She didn't even react. Well, now you kind of did.
He's running for governor now in
Minnesota.
Minnesota?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's so many people throwing their hat in the ring for governor.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, California has the same situation. Everyone's throwing their name in the hat, but no one's kind of leading the race.
Oh, really?
It's really, interesting.
Well, I think it's 2 years out.
Ours is in November 2026.
Oh, it is.
We're in a lot of trouble.
So
It's like, no one really wants the job.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is?
So nobody wants the job? That's not good news.
Well, Newsom wants to be president, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's termed out anyway, so he's done with the job. So, his eye is on... What was that?
You have term limits? Because we don't.
We do.
Not on governor.
That's nice.
Yeah, he's termed out. So, I guess he's got his eye on the presidency. I don't think he's the right person for it, but if you want to spend the money, knock yourself out.
You got the money. I think we should use one of these festive overlays that StreamYard has just added to our account.
Look at that!
I liked the one with the mittens.
Yeah, the mittens were good.
There they are.
Were cute.
Oh,
the candy canes.
Which one was the mittens one? Was that this?
Mittens and snowflakes. And
wow, we are looking
that
real.
That one's a little much.
That was cute.
There you go.
There's our stream now.
Dad has a giant bow on his face.
Yes, look at that.
I've got a little
sit up.
Christmas bow.
In the brush.
You can't even see me. Jeez.
We could raise your chair up so you could see your face better.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to look like I've got a blue beard.
Okay.
There. Now he's eating a Christmas ball.
Yeah. I don't know about
that was actually really funny. Look, you ate it off.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you look, it's all gone.
Oh, what? No, the one before was good.
We actually want to keep this one?
Yeah, that's cute.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, sure.
That's not.
like
it's not like intruding.
Well, yeah, it's not all over the place.
Yeah.
But it's not our branding.
Ornament head.
The weather
I just like the
outside
mittens
is
because you
Yeah.
can call it mittens.
Mittens.
It does make it a little
Mittens.
harder to read the chat this way, though.
Mittens.
I can read it.
We'll
I can read
adjust.
it. Yeah, I can read
I
it.
Figure
can
it
read
out.
it too.
No question about it, ladies and gentlemen. So, Kristyn Burtt with the entertainment news. What's the latest?
Well, today, and I feel like we can never escape this name, Taylor Swift is out with more Eras Tour content. If you haven't gotten enough,
When will people be
I had enough of her years
I know.
ago.
For real.
you know, the tide is turning. I don't know, Alex, if you have seen it. Just a lot of people aren't feeling Taylor the way they, used to. But I think, Eras Tour was peak Taylor Swift. She's going to be like the
Right.
girl that never forgot high school. She's never going to forget Eras Tour.
Yeah.
But I am going to watch this weekend because it is the Eras Tour, the end of an era. It is a 6-part docuseries on Disney Plus. And the thing that everybody is talking about, which is positive Taylor Swift news, is that it shows when she handed out all of the bonuses to her staff, which in the end totaled $197 million.
Whoa.
To everyone from her truckers to her personal assistant, dancers,
wonderful.
lighting. Yeah, it really is amazing
Yep.
because she made a buttload of money on that tour.
Oh,
and the
God,
fact
yeah.
that she shared the wealth is amazing. We know that the truckers got $100,000. We don't know what the dancers got because they actually bleep it out in
Oh,
the,
yeah.
So they're reading and they're like, I received beep, and you're like, how much is it? I'm going to assume it's more than the truckers, so that's
Yeah.
probably why it was beeped. I was guessing. I was like, maybe it was like 250 because
Yeah.
they're on stage with her the whole time.
Yeah.
But everybody I know who knows some of the dancers just said it's been life-changing money
sure.
for
You know,
everybody.
It should be. They
Yep.
should be paying these
I
people.
agree.
I mean, they don't have a show without all their backup dancers and all their singers and the musicians. They should be paying these people.
And
She's
maybe we shouldn't be like, oh, like great for Taylor Swift. We should be
Yeah.
like, hey, everybody else.
Yeah.
And she's
Yeah.
also one of the few musicians that keeps her band on full-time health insurance, benefits, all of that. And she's done it for decades.
They should be doing that.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're making bajillions. They should be sharing the wealth.
Bajillions.
Yes.
All right, I have a quick aside. Someone in the chat, good morning from Oslo, Minnesota, north of Grand Forks.
Oh,
Mike,
Yep.
I
Oslo,
bet it's
Minnesota.
chilly up there.
Really?
yeah,
I don't
it's
even
funny you
want to
say
imagine
I
that,
decided
to be
look it
honest.
up, and I took a
boy.
screenshot of their forecast this weekend.
Holy Christ. 17,
For those of you
16.
who aren't watching the video, that's a high of 0, low of 17, minus 17. And tomorrow, a high of minus 6.
Hey, but the sun will be out.
But it'll be sunny, yes.
Oh,
It'll be sunny.
hey, the
Be
sun.
inside
That,
and look out and think it's not that bad.
that cold sun is great.
That sounds terrible. I'm sorry.
A high
does.
of minus 6 is like as brutal as it gets, I think.
Yeah.
You know what's great about that? You doing that because I worked both in Grand Forks and Fargo, North Dakota, way
That's
back
right,
in
you
the
lived
career.
up there.
I lived up there 2 times. One in Grand
Just
Forks and one
all I
in-
think of North Dakota is those pictures of the roads with the snow just blowing down.
Really?
Yeah.
The blizzards
Yep.
going down those
Yeah,
roads.
They have to shut down their freeways
Yeah.
when
All
it
the
snows
time.
a certain
Yep.
amount because they're like, we can't
Super
keep
flat.
up with the drifts.
Yeah.
Like we could just plow and plow and plow and
Oh, yeah,
plow.
you could plow, and it could literally be
Just
8
keep-
inches of snow on there in half an hour
Yeah.
if there's enough wind.
So they're like, we just have to wait until it all dies down to remove it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minnesota was the coldest I ever lived, and I was like, that's enough. I'm good.
It is very
Minnesota
cold.
is about as cold as it gets. Not
Yep.
not quite, but it's close.
Yeah,
Yeah.
our next door neighbor here in our condo, he lived in Minnesota for 1 year. He said, I got this great job. It was great paying. I lived in a great place. I lived through one winter and I was looking for another job.
That was me. That
Yeah.
was me. 2
Yeah.
years, and
I
I was like,
just
once
couldn't
my
do it.
contract was up, I was like, I am going back to LA. I cannot take it. And they were like, how much money do you want? I probably could have made a lot of
Yeah.
money, and I couldn't do it because it was bringing on not enough sun for me, and the really short days, and that was really, really hard on my mental health.
And then there's people like Alex Rasmussen's husband who never has had cold feet in his life. And I'm
I
like,
wish.
I don't mind winter at all.
I'm outside for 12 seconds and I'm like, oh my God.
I've always been like, so we have a decently sized Somali population in Minnesota. Can you imagine flying from Somalia, where you were born and raised, to Minnesota?
I don't understand why they came here.
Yeah, it's like, how do you? Wouldn't you just
money.
die the second you get off the plane?
It's just like
because of generous benefits.
It's money. It's all about money. Like everything now.
I don't know.
God, everything's about money now, unfortunately. But there you go. What are you going
I
to
can
do?
see if you were born here, because if you're born here, it's like
you don't know any better.
But imagine coming over here at the age of 30 after never experiencing a day under probably 70 degrees in your entire life.
Yeah.
I don't know how cold does Somalia get. I'm guessing not very.
Well, it's northern Africa, so maybe a little colder than.
Isn't it like right on the equator?
I'm pretty sure it's real toasty.
I don't know.
Yeah, northern Africa is hotter than southern Africa.
No, Somalia in January gets to an average low of 54. So it's actually relatively cool.
Yeah.
So
That's
never mind.
colder than California.
Yeah, I
That's
guess I just don't know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
The lowest
Trevor.
recorded-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh.
No, finish your
just
weather.
quick, the lowest recorded temperature in Somalia was 46 degrees.
There you go. Lowest temperature ever.
Still pretty cold.
Yeah, 46 not bad.
46 isn't bad. Anything
Yes,
over
Trevor.
40 is livable.
Yep, it is true.
I will, let's see. Here we go. There it is.
Kristyn, what do you know about
Thank
the Disney
you.
deal with, what is it, Sora AI?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't it something like $1 billion or something?
It was, yes. So Disney is doing the if you can't beat them, join them. So they made a $1 billion investment in OpenAI, which is the Sora that you're seeing a lot of. Be really careful because sometimes you cannot tell if it is real or if it is Sora at this point. But this will start in the next few months. You will start seeing certain Disney characters, Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar. They will be allowed to be used by Sora. The thing to kind of note with all of this is that they're not stepping into SAG-AFTRA's territory, meaning like face characters, like anyone that might have been like a live action character will not be a part of that. Also, there will be no voice. So
no voice. Okay.
No voice, because again, you're running into the SAG-AFTRA territory of like, oh, well, if I'm using Woody and that's Tom Hanks, like, how does he get paid and everything? So, but this is going to be a big game changer now that Disney is saying, okay, we will align with Sora on this, and they're making money off of it. So we have seen some actors have also licensed their likeness to Sora AI to also make that money. Wow. So it has started, and now that Disney has kind of like opened the floodgates, I'm curious to see who will follow next.
Whenever I think Disney and AI in the same sentence, I think of the disastrous Darth Vader in Fortnite thing that they did.
Oh, I don't even remember that.
I don't know if any of you have any idea what I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
Fortnite is a game. Beyond
I know
that, it doesn't matter.
No
There's no
game.
specifics that you need to know. Fortnite is a video game.
Right.
And they do collaborations all the time. And one of them was Disney put Darth Vader in their game. And I think he's just kind of like around, and you can talk to him, and you can like voice talk to him, like literally talk to him with your voice, and he'll talk back using AI. Trevor knows what I'm talking about. So you could voice chat with Darth Vader, and it would generate the response using AI. And of course, the first thing people did was trying to make Darth Vader say all sorts of wacky stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently the guardrails weren't great, because there's clips of Darth Vader out there. Someone would like use the N-word, and Darth Vader would be like, "It is very uncouth to use," and then he'd actually say the word. So there's there's audio of James Earl Jones as Darth Vader calling people like the N-word.
What?
Oh, God.
It's like, and that wasn't that long ago.
What a bunch of
So if
dicks.
it's if it was that bad, I think just earlier this year, there's a lot of improvement that needs to be made in this technology before I would rely on it for anything.
Yeah.
And once they put like Mickey Mouse into a compromising situation,
Oh God, yeah, absolutely.
unless the guardrails are there, that is when I go, Disney will probably start to regret it very quickly.
And
We'll
isn't
see how this
Disney
plays
losing
out.
money? Didn't they take huge hits in the last few years?
It depends on because they're so, all their investments are so wide, and the parks are doing very well, even though because all they keep on doing, like, the thing is, people are complaining and people are spending less at Disney. They just keep raising the entrance
price.
fee. It's and you have plenty of Disney adults to keep them floating at least for a while. But they have struggled in terms of their movie division, of course. So
Right.
that has been a big issue. A lot of the Pixar films haven't done as well as they have in the past. So we will see how the movie division plays out over the next decade.
It's too bad because Pixar
Right.
used to be a reliably great
Yeah, absolutely.
It was
source.
amazing.
Yeah.
Every Pixar movie that come out, everyone would like race to the theater to go and
they
see
were so
it.
good.
I think
No.
Toy Story 5 is either going to make or break Pixar, I think.
Yeah.
If Toy Story
Oh.
5 is bad, I think it could kill Pixar.
Really?
Well, because Toy Story is like, it's their flagship franchise.
Yeah.
It's the thing that makes everyone loves it, everyone goes and sees it. And if they make, because 4 was fine, but it was kind of not received great. It was a little lukewarm.
So sad.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
sobbed.
Yeah, they shouldn't
Yeah.
do that. I don't think
But
they
then-
should do
Right,
that.
right.
no.
To tell you
Are
the
you talking about
truth.
4 or 3? Because 3 is the one where he gave the toys to Bonnie.
Oh yeah,
That's what you're thinking.
4 is the like scary one, right?
4 is it's
Yeah,
like they
it's
have to
a little
run away from
scary.
like a cat, and
Yeah,
there's this
like
creepy
the weird
doll
doll. Yeah.
who wants to
4's
steal Woody's voice box.
4 is the weird one.
4 is very weird, and people were like, "Yeah, it's okay." And if 5 doesn't do well, I don't know if they can recover from that because
Yeah, they're
people will be
hoping
like,
it's the reboot of the franchise.
Exactly.
And I just want to mention, Disney Plus is profitable. I know they struggled for a while, but they became profitable in the 24-25 fiscal year. So just want to.
I
A
have
couple
to-
people were discussing it.
I have to read this. Thomas Bryce O'Brien. Merry Christmas, Tom and family. Thomas Bryce O'Brien is the youngest brother of my former brother-in-law, Patrick O'Brien. And Tommy's been a dear friend of mine for forever, for years and years and years and years. But the greatest thing about it is when they find out that Tommy Bryce O'Brien is half Irish and half Puerto Rican. You think he just fights with himself constantly? Is that what happens?
Fighting Irish.
Oh, Tommy is such a great... Tommy, I love you, pal. You know I always have and I always will, but that was back in the Andy Fisher day. Andy's no longer with us, unfortunately, of course. The Laurent brothers and both of the Ilias brothers are dead. And it's like, oh, my God. A lot of people die in North Minneapolis. Not that old,
"Yeah, that's true."
unfortunately.
It's the cold.
Or the bullets. It might have something to do with the bullets. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe the bullets being extra cold makes them extra hard.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Does more
exactly-
damage. I don't know.
But I love seeing that, Tommy, because, like I said, you're a dear friend of mine. You always have been. You always will be. And I love that about my life, that I have friends that go back 70 years. It's wonderful.
That is nice.
It is a wonderful, wonderful thing.
I just
Such
don't
a-
understand. Getting back to Disney for just a sec, I just don't understand with all of the power that they have in the entertainment industry, how they can ever release a movie that isn't well received. I mean,
I know.
Can't they do focus groups? Can't they
They do.
I-
That's the thing.
But I
focus
mean, it
groups
just
happen all the
doesn't-
time here.
It just doesn't make any sense that they can't make a really great movie.
Yeah.
But Hollywood's putting out a bunch of crap. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
They
it's
are.
not just
It's
Disney.
terrible. I know.
The movies have been
Yep.
really disappointing over the last 5 years or so.
Yep.
It's because everyone's afraid to actually just express themselves now.
Do something original. Everything's
Yeah.
an IP. Everything
Yeah.
is a franchise, a sequel. It's exhausting. And I frankly don't go to see any of the franchises anymore. It's not really.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it's
Entertaining.
almost like ever since so many chain restaurants and things, and even food, got taken over by hedge funds.
Yeah.
It's like they shrink the product, they make it worse, they make it more expensive.
Everything's
It's like-
Cisco. It's all
Yeah.
frozen food from Cisco. And
yeah,
Yep.
it's like I think we could do better. There's just so much room for other people to come in and do something
Yeah.
better.
Yep.
I don't know. To me, maybe you just can't go up against the big guys. I don't know.
It's why I think
Disney is
people
the big
hate TikTok so much, because people actually talk like, hey, I worked at all these restaurants. You're just getting frozen food from Cisco. And
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
everyone starts telling each other. And, a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize that Cheesecake Factory is a from scratch restaurant. So actually the food you're getting is fresh. It's not all of the Cisco food that all of the other chains are doing.
Oh, I didn't know that. Either.
Yeah.
Because the
So-
Great Big Two-Story Cheesecake Factory, they just closed down and moved into a much smaller space.
Yeah, they did.
People aren't going out to dinner the way they used to.
No,
No.
they're not.
No, it's just too
We almost
expensive.
never do.
Well, in Cheesecake Factory, I mean, their menu is insane. It's like 40 pages long.
Yeah.
It's
And there's
Really?
And it was
And
like massive amounts of food. I remember
and
that
their
was the
servings
thing.
are for like a family of 7. Like,
Yeah.
That's why you go there for
Okay.
lunch. Their lunch portions are half, and it's just so
Oh, really?
normal. Yeah, and so I
okay.
love their. They do a miso salmon that is so good.
Oh, okay.
But it's so big at dinner. But if you go for lunch,
Yeah.
it's this delicious
normal
half portion.
size. Oh, we should go there for lunch this weekend. Check it
Or
out. I mean,
cheesecake
that
factory.
whole new space. I haven't even been in there.
Cheesecake?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah,
I
and they get
just-
a slice of cheesecake and it's the
But-
size of your head.
Something interesting is that I don't really eat cheesecake, but this has been a big hot topic on TikTok in that the cheesecake slices, if you go to take one home, it is a half the size of what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
And so people are
Probably
upset because
okay.
it's the same price though, and it's half the
Oh.
size. So
Well, but you throw half of it away anyway.
I was
so
gonna
it's
say
like,
because it's like at the. I mean, if you go to the
you
cheesecake,
do. I think a lot of people eat that whole slice.
yeah,
I don't like cheesecake, so I would eat
Me either.
a bite and be done.
Bite.
That's it.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
That's how I feel about most desserts. One bite, maybe two if it's really good.
Yeah. I'm more of a salt versus a sweet person. So
Nothing wrong with salt either.
you like salted caramel?
I like all food.
I like
I
savory.
like all.
I want
much.
if you're going to offer me like a cookie or something savory, I'm going to go for the savory every time.
Yeah,
I do
my
like
palate.
a cookie.
I could see that. Now you just
I'm
made
going
me
to
think.
get one of my favorite cookies after this.
Is it
What
a
is it?
T-Rex?
No, it's not a T-Rex cookie. There's a place in Eden Prairie called Smith, and they make like the best veggie sandwich ever.
Ooh.
And then they have like a big brown butter chocolate chip salted cookie, and
Salted.
But, like, soup, like the lunch is very expensive. Like for that, it's probably like $30 for that sandwich and that cookie. So I only get it every once in a while, but it's like if I'm ever running around doing errands in that area and I'm like, you know what? That's
little
what I'm going
treat.
to have for lunch. Yeah, that's my little thing. I haven't had it in I can't even think how long. So today's the day.
The brown butter chocolate chip cookie is so elite. I was in the United Club last week, and they were serving brown butter chocolate chip cookies, and that thing was just like so
It's so
delightful.
good.
It was homemade. It was like a little bit crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. It tastes buttery and delicious. Not too many chocolate chips. I only want like a sprinkling of chocolate chips in my chocolate chip cookie. It was perfect.
They're so good.
And it was the United Club, and I was thinking, I'm like, who is baking your cookies? These are
Yeah, that's
amazing.
funny.
D Hard in the chat wants us to talk about someone. Let's see. I found the news article here.
Oh, did y'all hear about the guy in the
Yep.
20-year-old guy that tried to open up the door, airplane
of
door?
An airplane.
Yeah. Someone mid-flight
no.
tried to open up an
I
airplane
feel like
door.
that happens like a couple times a year
Yeah.
where you hear
Yeah.
about somebody who tried to get out of the airplane in the
Sure.
sky.
What's
People
the
are
next
nuts.
move?
Yeah.
What's the next move? Okay, you feel claustrophobic. You're stuck. You open the airplane door. Now what?
Yeah, you die.
You're gonna jump? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're gonna get sucked out and die. Like
That's
That
why you should
reminds me
keep
of that
your
woman on Southwest. Remember that? She got sucked
This
out.
guy
The
is
window
real.
broke
That's
Oh,
right.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, you
yeah,
keep your seatbelt fastened,
all the time.
Yes,
time.
absolutely.
oh boy.
just in case there's a psychopath on your plane.
And for what it's worth, it is not physically possible to open an airplane door in flight. By the way,
I was
No,
gonna
it's
say
not.
with the
Oh,
pressure,
really?
I
The
wouldn't
pressure
think
differential,
that you'd
no.
be able to just like swing it open.
yeah,
like,
no
turn
human,
the knob and
no
up you
human can open those doors while an
Good.
airplane's in
No.
flight.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that gives
that-
me a little bit of relief.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, and they have so many safety guards and
Mhm.
stuff too. It's like even if you could open it, I don't think that they'd be like, "Yes, you just flip this and then you're off."
Well, they better have a lot of safety guards.
One could only hope. Exactly.
Yeah.
Toothpaste tube in the sky. Yeah.
What the hell? So we are. What's today? The 12th.
Today is
Yes.
the 12th all
Yeah.
day.
Sage is celebrating his half birthday at school today, so he gets to wear a crown and hand out brownies to the whole.
When did the
There
half
you go.
birthday become a thing?
Yeah,
half
it wasn't when
birthday.
we were kids.
No.
You
No.
just turned off your mic somehow.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
the battery go out?
Ever since Alex had kids, half
Turned
birthday.
off and on, maybe.
Was a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We never did have birthdays as kids. I mean,
don't
like we
remember.
recognized them. But I just replaced the batteries actually. That's strange. Well, get another one. It's a good thing we have 93 of them.
Yeah.
We do. No question about it.
Yeah, the half birthday, I'm like, Do we have to celebrate every single thing all the time?
Alex has something to say about it, but she, of course, has to swap equipment first. So you're on 2 now? Yep, now it's working. I don't know what that's all about.
It's a different one. This is 2. Anyway, the only reason that we do Sage's half birthday is because he's not in school during his birthday, because he has a June birthday. So in school, they celebrate his half.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah,
That's what Trevor just said.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that makes sense, I suppose.
Yes, we do all the summer, because some classrooms, they do all the summer birthdays in the spring, like before school ends. But then there's also a lot of spring birthdays. And then, like, every other day, you're having some kid bring in cupcakes, and it's just, like, crazy.
Everyone's off the wall.
You don't need that.
Half birthdays are the better move. So, yes, that's why. Like, tomorrow's his actual half birthday, and he keeps talking about it like it's going to be something. I'm like, we don't actually do anything for your half birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No
I think he's
presents.
going to get something special.
No, we're actually I'm going to bring him along. Fawn has a birthday party of her friend from school, and he's going to come with me and just play at the play place where the party is. And I'm like, that's your half birthday. Enjoy.
And
There
eat a
you
piece
go.
of cake, and you're good.
I'm just going to say there'll probably be leftover cake or something that they'll give you a bite of. But yeah.
Yeah.
Not that, but he's like, everyone's going to be gone my whole half birthday. You have to get an oil change. Fawn's at a birthday party.
Not the oil change.
I know, I was like,
You have to get an oil change.
I literally have to drop it off and then go like it's not an all-day ordeal. He's like, I just want a normal day for my half birthday. And I'm like, okay.
We just watched A Christmas Story Christmas.
Oh, God, it was wonderful.
What's that?
Which is a-
Christmas story.
Well,
Christmas?
if anybody's ever watched A Christmas Story, the classic Christmas story, which I love, and then there's the Christmas Story Christmas, and that's 2-3 years old, something like that.
Oh,
And there was
that's what
a little girl talking to Santa, and I was like, oh my God, did they talk to Sage Rasmussen before they wrote this character? She sounded just like her. Him.
Really?
I mean, yeah, the same attitude about stuff. It was hilarious.
He's a funny guy, that one.
Indeed.
Yeah,
It's
they brought
absolutely
back
true.
all the kids that were in A Christmas Story were now the adults, in like their 40s, and they had their own
Yeah,
kids.
because that
and- yeah.
was Christmas Story was in '83, so yeah, it was 40 years later. So actually, these people are probably in
Peter
their 50s.
Billingsley's in his 50s. I know
Yes,
that.
and he was
Yeah.
actually really good
Yeah,
in
he
it.
was. He was
Yeah,
very
they did.
good.
I thought they did for a second story.
Reboot.
I thought they did a great job. I really did. I thought it was very entertaining. It was very touching. The
Peter
dad
still works in the industry, too.
Does
works
he? What
Mostly
does he
behind the
do?
scenes. Yeah. Mostly
What does he
behind the
do?
scenes as producing. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Man, he's teensy.
Yeah, he's probably about 5'4". I'm going to think.
Oh, is he really?
They sure do like those. Well, they like those super tiny kids because they're
Yeah.
older and they're easier to direct and easier to
Yep.
deal with.
And
on set.
also, a lot of times, teensy tiny teens will be 18, but they can work as like 14, 15-year-olds, but they don't
Yeah.
have those
Yep.
child labor laws in place. So that happens a lot when you see a tiny 19-year-old playing a 14-year-old.
Yep. Absolutely true. All right. Well, somebody we know has to go on to another job.
Any
Typical.
other-
Actually, I'm going to the doctor's today. Just all checkups, but it's like the
mental
end of the
deal?
year. Like, let's go.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
get your,
Yeah, that's what we're doing too.
your last minute stuff in.
Yeah, getting it
Your
all in before the
deductible.
end of the year, and yes, super exciting. That's where I'm headed next.
Fun.
Fun times.
Magnificent, but we will talk to you next week.
Yes, I will see you all on Monday.
Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.
Kristyn Burtt, Entertainment News. Jesus. Would anybody ever get a word
I
in?
can't
anymore?
say bye,
Well, you could wait till I'm done talking. That would be nice.
but she wouldn't be there anymore.
That's true. She had to jet.
One of these days, you'll have to follow Dad's lead and learn to talk in cadence.
Follow
Everybody
Dad's leave. Okay, bye.
Yeah, okay, see you later. Kristyn Burtt Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. We'll take a break. Be right back. Couple more great guests coming up on the show.
From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Allie?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands-free, but you can't have your phone in your hand for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
Let's talk about my bank, North American Banking Company. Look, it's easy to feel like just another account number at the big national banks, but that's not how it works with my friends at North American Banking Company. Whether you're visiting their locations in Roseville, 50th and France, Hastings, Woodbury, Shoreview, or Maple Grove, you'll always find real people who know you by name and actually care about your finances, not some AI chatbot. They also offer all the modern conveniences you expect, like online and mobile banking, but with a personal touch that only a community bank can offer. So, why settle for less when you can bank with my friends at North American Banking Company? Visit nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Nosferatu. Nosferatu is with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Timmy Lammers now joining us, digging in his ears. A lot of wax coming out.
No. I have hearing aids now, Tom.
Let me tell you, it's unbelievable.
Oh, you didn't before? I don't know.
I've had them for about 6 months or so.
Okay.
After years of being hounded by my children. After years of what?
What'd you say?
God.
What?
I remember my dad when he was, what was he, like 94? He couldn't hear a GD thing.
Not to hear
And
any
he just, I kept on saying, we should get you some hearing aids. We should get you some hearing aids. And he was just like, no, I don't want them. I don't want them. I remember one time Sage was over there and they were talking to him and he kept on going, what? Both of them at the same time went, you need hearing aids.
That's very
And he
nice.
looks at me, he's like, who put them up to that? I'm like, they're screaming at you in unison, and now you can hear. Maybe.
Do you remember on Saturday Night Live, and there's no way they would do it today, but they brought some sort of broadcast for the hard of hearing, and Garrett Morris was on a side screen.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It was wonderful.
Man. But yeah, even goes to show you that even Saturday Night Live crossed quite a few lines way back when. So
Is Saturday Night Live any good anymore?
Who knows?
I've heard it's terrible.
I watched for the first time in many years. I watched a clip. They did a New York City mayoral parody thingy, and like it was fine, but it was just like the most bland humor I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's just interesting. It's so heavily political now.
Oh, I know.
It has been for decades.
Yeah. I mean, but even more so in the era of the first Trump administration, and I mean, they just keep going and going and going. And I don't know if they think that this generation, their demo, because I don't even know if I'm in their demo anymore. Probably not.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Do they actually think that stuff is interesting or funny? And why hammer on it so much?
Now, I don't know anybody that watches it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I spend a decent amount of
Nope.
time on the internet, and that's where the cultural zeitgeist is. So if something is legitimately popular, you're going to see it everywhere.
Right.
So like Game of Thrones, people still make Game of Thrones references. People
Right.
still make Simpsons references, things that are legitimately popular. I haven't seen a Saturday Night Live reference in the wild. I think the most recent one might be living in a van down by the river.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They don't reference it, and that's how I know that it's not actually popular.
Or they reference like old SNL stuff.
Well, that was old.
Yeah,
that was like 30 years
that's
ago.
what I mean. Like Kristen Wiig stuff. People still reference like the Target lady that she did
every so
and
often.
like stuff like that. But like, not in the last 10 years.
No, at least. And that's how you know that something is actually popular, is people keep talking about it without being prompted to.
Okay, funny about The Simpsons is yesterday I was doing a Peloton ride, and it was with like an extremely gay Peloton instructor, and it's
Not
just like
gay. Not just gay.
Extremely gay. I mean, and he'll tell you how extremely gay he is.
I get
and there was a person on the leaderboard who's, you choose your name, and their name on the leaderboard was Ralph Wiggum.
Ralph Wiggum.
Banana.
And he goes, does it taste like, the extremely gay instructor was like, does it taste like burning? And then like kept on riding. And I was like, oh my gosh, how is The Simpsons, like, that's how popular The Simpsons is. And like, and this super, super gay Peloton instructor knows Ralph Wiggum.
Good.
How are they doing?
Simpsons? I don't think great either.
No, not anymore. Yeah.
Simpsons aren't doing very well anymore.
They used to have the best social commentary out there.
Yes.
Oh, well, and predict the future too. They would predict the future with their episodes.
Yes, they can.
One of my favorite episodes of South Park is Simpsons Did It, where it was Butters. He wanted to become a real supervillain because he's got this supervillain persona, but he's so lame that it's like no one takes it seriously. And he comes up with all these crazy schemes to like block out the sun, and then his friend's like, Simpsons did it. And he's like comes up with another scheme, and he's like, Simpsons did that one too. And he just starts going, everything he tries to do, the Simpsons had already done. And the moral of the story is the Simpsons has done everything. Yeah. So you can't worry too much about being derivative of the Simpsons.
No. Yeah.
And this was like 15 years ago.
As far as Saturday Night Live, though, I think the true test will be, this season needs to be strong with ratings. But Lorne Michaels is ready to hang it up.
Well, he's got to be 700 years old.
Yeah, and if this is not the Bassett, I've secured him today.
I secured the Bassett, not a problem. Okay.
Oh no, my favorite episode is you hugging a Basset hound.
Yeah, well,
yep.
We have a clip of that on our socials, and it's doing pretty well.
That is the greatest.
People like
I'm sorry, it is pretty funny. It's not funny for me when it's happening because it's like,
oh my god, I was laughing the whole time.
Doing everything.
The dog is like, I need a hug from Dad right now.
Lorne Michaels is 81.
I love my Bassett. Yeah. So Lorne Michaels, once he retires, which there's talk already that Colin Jost, who is one of the news anchors, Weekend Update, might be the next guy to be the exec producer. That's some tall shoes to step in because at one point Lorne Michaels did leave, and it was Dick Ebersol or somebody stepped in. There were a couple different showrunners, I guess, essentially, that came in, and they were like on life support. There was a chance of Saturday Night Live being canceled.
It was,
So, I mean, it's going to be really, really tough for whoever comes in next. And if that flatlines, I don't know, will NBC give it another chance, or will they make it just a Peacock? I don't know if just streaming, obviously network television, it's tough for any late night show to get ratings now. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting in the next couple of years to see how the face of things changes. So, we'll see.
Well, the 50, the SNL 50, that got 15 million viewers for NBC and Peacock, but that was 3-hour plus special.
Well, I think that's actually great for a 50th anniversary, big deal anniversary for a big deal show, for a 3-hour thing. I don't think that's actually that great.
Well, it says scores.
It doesn't sound like a lot. No. I mean, I would have to check on that, but yeah, again, and if that's combining the Peacock numbers, because that's where your numbers are at now, are all on stream.
A decade ago, the 40th anniversary drew 23.1 million viewers.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I just talked about Game of Thrones, which, by the way, I have never watched and never will watch, but I recognize that it is a big deal.
Yes.
Their series finale by itself, 1 hour, 19 million people. So 4 million more than SNL's 3-hour 50th anniversary.
Terrible.
Oh boy!
And that was largely cable.
That was 2019.
before streaming hit its stride. So
when are they going to? When are they going to wise up to the fact that I don't want to hear about your politics? Make me laugh.
But they're a New York-based thing, and New York is
know.
nothing but politics.
Well,
I don't
true.
think anybody drinks a cup of coffee without considering the ramifications of the beans.
Well, let me give you something non-political, and it's great because, yes, a lot of movies, they work that sort of stuff in there too. But have you seen either Knives Out or Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery? Have you seen?
I'm aware of them.
I've seen Knives Out and I loved it. And I haven't seen Glass Onion, but I want to.
Okay, so today it's still in theaters. Netflix, we got this whole thing with Netflix, and we got movies in theaters. Well, they actually do sometimes when it comes to awards consideration, and you can still catch Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery in theaters, but it is debuting on Netflix today. And I honestly think that this is the best of the 3 Knives Out movies so far.
Oh, that's good.
The last one was not as good as the first.
Yeah, that's
no. So, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's because the second one I was underwhelmed by. That this seems to come back strong. So you don't have to see the first or the second to see the third. Daniel Craig is the detective. It's kind of like Hercule Poirot in the Agatha Christie movies. Like Murder on the Orient Express or Death on the Nile, you have a different ensemble cast every time. So the only constant, like Hercule with Kenneth Branagh in those new movies, is that Daniel Craig plays Benoit Blanc. He's got this foghorn, leghorn.
Benoit Blanc. Really?
And he does a great job.
So great. He is. It shows you that he has a career far beyond James Bond.
Yeah.
And in fact, he did that first one, I think, when James Bond was still going on. So probably a pretty wise move. So this one is set in this small church community where Josh Brolin, he is a terrific actor.
He is. He's very good.
He really is. He plays this firebrand Monsignor who is pretty divisive. You know, there's some strife in the community between he and them. And all of a sudden, it's during a service. There's this side room that he goes off into for some reason. I can't remember exactly why. But the assistant Monsignor is watching and all of a sudden sees him collapse.
Oh.
And he's dead. But it's pretty obvious that he was murdered. So all of a sudden, everybody is suspect in this thing. So you got Josh O'Connor, who plays the assistant Monsignor. Glenn Close is in it. The great Thomas Hayden Church is in it. Jeremy Renner, Kerry Washington, Mila Kunis. You have this huge ensemble cast like you did for the second one, like you did for the first one. And, you know, Ryan Johnson, who did them all, is a terrific writer, terrific director. I mean, you really are guessing until the end who done it. It's a who done it, right? So, yeah, highly recommend it. Comes out now because it's an award season sort of movie. Ryan Johnson, I think, was nominated for at least one original screenplay deal. Now he's in the adapted because he's established these characters. But it's a completely different movie than the last two. So I love that sort of stuff. It's not full of action, but it's full of mystery, and it's really funny too. And again, most important part, it doesn't get political, you know.
Oh,
so
God.
What more can you ask from a movie these days from a movie than to say don't be political, stay away from it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can most of the time.
Well, I mean, you know, if you said it, we could talk about this all day because I think you could just open up the top movies right now and you can find the politics in, you know, a good majority of them. So
I have a question for you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly. There have been all these recently, I don't know if it's 3 months, 6 months, how long it's been, people going hard on somebody very angrily about something they think or something they said, but I mean literally trying to rip them apart. And I don't understand either side of it. I just don't understand what the hell is going on. There's one guy this morning I was reading on YouTube. He's man, now woman, and he's got, you know, the 3 colored hair and the whole deal. And apparently people have been going after him like a son of a bitch. And my question is, why would I care what you do as long as you stay away from the kids and the
grown up?
As long as you stay away from the kids and the dogs, I don't care what the hell you do. Why would I care?
It's the culture now. It's and you know what started it all? How many times have we harped on this over the years, Tom? Frickin' social ass media.
Oh, no question. No doubt about it.
It is given voices to people that can hide behind some sort of, they're anonymous and they can hide behind some sort of fake name, which somehow they think gives them the right to say anything they want. And because they're just miserable malcontents, they want to take their anger out on somebody else. So it's just not. It's never about live and let live anymore.
No, not anymore. No, God no.
I disagree with you, and either you agree with me or I hate you.
Or I hate you.
I don't get that.
It's very childish.
It is very childish.
It really is, and it's proliferated every aspect of our lives. So you know my great goal in life is to find a cave to live in someday, where I don't have to put up with this crap.
Someday.
Yeah, find me a cave with Wi-Fi. But then again, I'm still kind of subject to all that social media BS. First thing you don't do, I should say, is engage.
Right.
Never
I suppose
engage
that's true.
with
but I like
any
to engage.
Post. Yeah.
Somebody said they hated the glass onion. You said it was.
James said he liked the first one. He didn't like the second one.
Yeah, and that was like pretty common. That's why I haven't seen Glass Onion, because people are like, nah, it's just not as good.
The truth is, Alex, you could just skip that and go to the third one.
I was going to say, it sounds like I might just watch the third one and not watch the second.
Yeah, that's the great part about these movies. You could start with this one and go back if you wanted to. They're all separate. You don't really learn much about Benoit Blanc, which is probably good. He's a mysterious character in himself. So it's not like, you need to know this about him in order to understand this in this movie. It's just that his function, just like Hercule Poirot, is to just he's not there right away. I think it might take him 40 minutes. And this is not too terribly long. I think it might be 210, something like that. So it's a little longer than 2 hours, Tom. But it's not a 3-hour movie. Yes. But he takes his time getting there. They really do establish this, and that's tough with an ensemble cast to have that many storylines going on and weaving in and out and all that sort of stuff. But when you have a good writer like Rian Johnson who knows how to do this sort of thing, and hopefully he's going to continue. He did the first one, I think it was theatrical. The last two have been on Netflix exclusively. But I think he's kind of tired of not showing his movies in theaters. This one's got a limited run, not getting to nearly many as people as the ones he wants. He wants it to be, any filmmaker wants their movie to be on the big screen. So anyway, his contract for making these Knives Out movies is done now with Netflix, but he wants to continue them with Daniel Craig, and I think Daniel Craig is on board too. So, but they're great movies. Glass Onion, I couldn't tell you much about it apart from it was set on an island or something. But, I could definitely tell you a lot about the first Knives Out with Christopher Plummer was one of the leads.
That was so good. I love that movie.
Michael Shannon. Man, Tommy, Catherine, you got to see that first one too. I mean, it's really good. There's my assignment. 1 and 3 and not in that particular order.
All right.
Is 3 out?
Yeah, it's out today on Netflix. It's been in theaters for the last few weeks. It's still available in theaters if you just do, Google for it. But yeah, it debuts on Netflix today.
Okay.
There you have it.
So I understand you got another guest, so I will get out of your way. No passive interruptions today.
You don't want to be on when he's on?
I got work to do. It's Friday.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
He's got dogs to pet.
I got dogs to pet. I'm going to go down and find a big pile of turds because he'll be mad at me.
Talk to you next week. Right?
Yeah, he doesn't like being. He probably feels abandoned now. Yeah. For 20 minutes.
Oh.
Okay.
Typical.
All right. Have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
Thank you, sir. Talk to you next week.
Bye.
We'll take a break. Be right back in a couple of minutes. Another special guest coming up.
I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face. Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's time for Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Wellshire Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is a place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care-focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They've never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and they're a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staff memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour. Learn more on wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com. We're rocking out, man. Who's this handsome devil on the screen now? Who's that?
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Not too bad, Pally. It's great to hear from you because, well, you know, I talked to your compatriots over there at My Pillow, and things seem to be picking up and going much better, which is great to hear. I'm glad to hear that. So what's going on, Mike Lindell?
Well, what timing? I lose my voice right before I announce I'm running for governor of Minnesota yesterday. You can't, I mean, of all things, I'm sitting there.
Yeah, it's a good, nice.
It actually happened years ago when I was still on QVC. I'm one of my biggest hearings ever, and I go on, I'm trying to sell pillows with no voice.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you should have heard our episode that we did at the state fair this year. I had basically no voice the entire time, and of course I was up on stage having to do an entire show.
Right.
By the time I got home, I didn't talk for like 24 hours.
Right.
God, what a world this is. How many years have I known you now, Mike?
Oh man, yeah, 10, 15. I don't know. It goes way back when I brought you those first pillows down in Florida.
Yeah, I remember that.
You need all these sizes. I come out with boxes.
It was boxes and boxes and boxes.
I didn't know your size. I wanted to make sure you were fitted well.
I understand, but I will tell you where I'm sitting right now. I will never forget when we moved into this home. I will never forget it. They found out, I guess I was on the phone talking to you or something, but they found out I knew you. Oh, my God. It was like I knew God. Honestly. And I think you sent them all pillows and all. You sent them all stuff. I'll never forget that. It was very, very sweet, very nice. So, Mike, we're in a situation now, I got to be honest with you, and I'm not, pointing fingers at one side or the other or whatever, but I don't think in all of my years of living I have ever seen people be this mean to one another. Why is everybody so damn mean right now?
Well, I think, the last 5 years, I think it's all being uncovered. And I think, if we want to get political, there's a big uniparty, and with politicians that are out there, and I'm talking, doesn't matter which side, if they make decisions that don't help people, there's an agenda behind that, and it's a very evil agenda. And there's, I believe that we're in a spiritual battle of biblical proportions. I've lived it. I've never been. My Pillow's been the most attacked company in history.
Yep.
I don't know if you know, Tom. They have. Have you heard of Operation Arctic Frost?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well, My Pillow was the first target. My Pillow and Mike Lindell in the spring of 22. You guys, they debanked us. They took away American Express, they merchant server. I lost PayPal. They went to all of them. They were just shooting at my pillow, trying for me to stop talking about securing our elections. And they went to my vendors, Tom. They went to my vendors. We just found this out with all the investigations now. They went to my, some of the stuff like my sheets I make overseas, but they went to that particular sheet company, went to their banks, and there's emails and stuff. If you're going to continue to work with my pillow or be a vendor of my pillow, we're going to debank you too. And so we lost them immediately. This affected so many, not just my pillow. We're actually we're in a safe place now. I wasn't going to run for governor until I knew my pillow could carry on.
Right.
And that just happened last week where right around Thanksgiving. And, but it's disgusting when your own government. Remember, they took my phone. The FBI did at the
I remember that.
That's all part of Arctic Frost and all the lawfare against me. It's like, and then when I announced I was running, I was with Mayor Rudy Giuliani. He works for Lindell TV now with me.
Does he really?
Yeah. He was one of my employees over there. But he doing just a great job at Lindell TV. But he said to me, because I told him, I said, well, if we're stable by Thanksgiving, I am going to run. He goes, well, he says, I hope you and your wife prayed about it, because they're going to up the attacks more than you've ever seen.
Oh, you got that right.
I said, how can it get any worse?
I know.
But I've had, but at least I got the media call me again. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised, Tom. If you look at all the news outlets, all the way to the Daily Mail yesterday, all around the world, they were actually good headlines. They had pictures of me smiling, not these crazy pictures they usually do.
There you go. Yeah.
One time I made a face at a rally to one of the media guys like this, and they used that picture and everything.
Of course,
I know that's what they do. Yep.
Yeah, I do have a question for you and all of our listeners as well, because I've never understood this. Why would I care whether you're a Democrat or Republican, how far left you are, how far right you are? You have lived a different life than I have. So if you've decided that's the route you want to take, well, that's all about you. It's got nothing to do with me.
Some people have no personality outside of that.
You think that's what it is, really?
Absolutely.
God, it's just leave people alone. They just want to live their lives.
It's really sad. When I got into all the election stuff, and when 132 countries have banned electronic voting machines in their election,
right.
So I'm out there wanting paper ballots hand counted. I met with France, Germany, Belgium, Netherlands, met with them all. My teams came up with the best hand count systems in the world. And right in my home state here, Amy Klobuchar, she was the biggest one back in 2018 to go to paper ballots hand count, and it's not a. And what bothers me is I got so much pushback from Republicans in every state to get these in place. And we're breakthroughs now. We've got great big counties like Dallas County where they're going to go to paper ballots hand counted and in the primary. So we'll set an example. But this is something everybody should want, is secure elections. And instead, I just got attacked. And a good example is this. When Donald Trump won the 2024 election, everybody's, the media is coming up to me going, well, Mike, now that your friend won, was this election rigged? I said, I wouldn't trust any elections done with computers.
I agree.
And I've been attacked more this year. Right now as we speak, Keith Ellison in Minnesota has went after my Lindell Recovery Network to get people off addiction to Jesus. And you're going, well, why are they still attacking me? But because I stand for secure elections. And everyone says, well, Mike, what do you think? You think it's a Democrat thing? If, Tom, you know me the last 4.5 years, I didn't badmouth the Democrats. I badmouthed the whole thing, the uniparty, deep state globalists, whatever evil is behind this. I don't care what party you're in. I don't care about any of that. We, the people, I've lived in the streets of Minneapolis. I come from the American dream on steroids, going from a crack addict to building a company. They said this week, they go, well, what does Mike Lindell know about politics? Well, let's start here. In the last 5 years, I probably met and sat down with more politicians than anyone in history. Mm-hmm. And I built big businesses from scratch. And I've had to, as they get blown full of holes in the biggest attack, to keep them going. And being a governor, I will say this, and I'll get this. I will say this about Waltz in Minnesota. If the biggest fraud in the history of the world, that they're saying the history of the United States of welfare fraud, if he didn't know about it, he's still negligent of being a leader.
I agree.
You're supposed to lead us and help us as a people. You better look at every part of your business being the state of Minnesota and say, hey, we're missing money over here. Somebody should look into that. That's at least you should do that,
Yep.
We had a couple questions from the chat here.
Oh, very good.
Donnell wants to know if MyPillow is still in Shakopee.
Yes, we're still in Shakopee, and we're still standing. When I did my thing, I said, we're still standing, and it's been a miracle because it's been, but yeah, we are still there. You hear all these things. Mike Lindell's foreclosed on. Mike Lindell lost everything. Mike Lindell lost everything. Yeah, they did. I have lost everything I have and had to borrow, but the government and our own government attacking me. I don't think anybody would still be here if it wasn't the grace of God and
right.
So.
Another person thinks that you should consider a special Tom Bernard MyPillow that has a giant Tom Bernard face on it.
Okay, great. I will do this. For the promo code Tom today, we'll give you, it's the last day, by the way, nationwide free shipping on your Christmas orders. So you guys use that promo code Tom today. Free shipping. We have everything on sale over there at MyPillow. Use that promo code. I'll throw them a big bonus there. We'll call it the Tom special of all time in history.
The Tom special of all time. Okay.
And then we had one more person. They ordered MyPillows 10 years ago, and then they just ordered them recently for a VRBO. They say that they aren't the same. Have they changed in the past 10 years?
No, they have not. It's the same patented fill. If there's some, over 10 years, remember I put my original 10-year warranty on. I didn't know back then it was all, in theory, this should last that long.
Right.
So, for them, maybe it changed over the 10 years where if it's finally worn out with washing and drying and all that. So, but no, the formula has not changed. And if they do have a problem where they think it's too thick or too thin, remember, we treat every customer like our only customer. Pick up that phone, give MyPillow a call, and we will take care of it immediately.
Wonderful.
Well, there you go.
Indeed. That's
Donnell wants to know if you're still hiring and are you a fair chance employer? Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
We are not hiring right now. We've been attacked, and we were very fortunate to keep the staff, the ones we still have on board. And we're like maybe an eighth of what we were with all the attacks. Remember, we lost all the box stores. They canceled us. Shopping channels canceled us. All across the country. We didn't get them back with Arctic frost. They got to Walmart, and Walmart canceled us a year and a half after all the other box stores. None of them have come back to MyPillow and say, "Hey, we made a mistake." It's shameful, Tom. It really is. My employee-owned company did not deserve any of that.
No, it did not. Why do people overreact to everything? And like I said, there's a situation. I can't even remember. There's a couple of women that are on some talk shows. I don't even know their names because I don't watch the show and all the rest of it. All they did, they were on a talk show this morning. Hold on 1 second.
Sneezing. Yeah, I've got a cold. Ethan's got a cold. Colin's got a cold. And obviously you've got something going on, Mike. Yeah. So something's going around.
Yeah. That was a thrill right there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I saw this thing again last night. There was a guy, a guy who became a woman, and he's a pretty big, broad-shouldered guy. And so people were attacking him and going after him and all that. I have a question for you. I'm never going to meet this guy. And even if I did, I don't care about that kind of stuff. Why do people get so wound up about all of this? It's like, we're going to cancel this, we're going to blow this up, and we're going to do that. Why are you doing that?
Well, when you're talking about cancellations, I mean, this is, I think I was maybe one of the first where they went after my company. Yeah. And when they did this, you guys, a lot of it is out of fear. Since, which I, go back to, when I say, let's say, I'll use an example because they're not around on anymore, Bed Bath & Beyond. We were there on all these. We were the number one product of them of all time. Well, when I talked to these CMOs and these CEOs back in January of 21, they had all these attacks by bots and trolls on social media. Okay, so then out of fear, they go, "Hey, if we don't drop MyPillow, we're going to lose business because everyone's going to come attacking. That's what it was, out of fear. It's all, but now we're in a different space. We are really in a different space. And here's your hope. People aren't getting their brainwashing from your Fox and CNNs of the world. Everybody is our voice since January of 21, when it was almost put out forever, which was January 7th and 8th. Of 2021, when 1.2 million Americans were deplatformed off Vimeo, YouTube, Suckerbucks, Facebook, Jack Dorsey's crooked Twitter. These places, they were deplatformed. Parler got wiped off the face of the earth. If you remember, they tried to take our voice. Tom, when we were kids growing up, the old black and white TVs, I always use this analogy. We turned them off and it went down to this little tiny dot. And you turn it back on and it'd come back to life. That was our voice, everybody. And that voice, it's come back stronger than ever. So now we can call things out. You have all these different social media platforms. You have podcasts like your great podcast. People are getting their information and then they from different places, and then they can balance what's real and what's not and what's behind us. So I think we're in a much better place because of the communication, but it's obviously we're in the middle of an anomaly in history, and where it ends, we know God wins in the end. But this is a spiritual battle of biblical proportions. This isn't just one thing or another, and money driven. And I say this, I said it at the beginning. What I have learned through all this, the biggest surprise, I get this, when you talk about parties, well. You get the uniparty Republicans where everything gets blocked, and because I worked with both parties when it came to the election stuff, but I'm getting blocked over here. I'm going, okay, why are we blocking these things and these deviations and these things that don't make sense? And I've said it. When you see government make decisions that don't help any of us, I don't care if you're a liberal, conservative, if they're nonsensical decisions, and you go, why would we do this?
Right.
And if that happens, it's a hidden agenda, and we could all speculate here for days. Well, is there money behind it? Is there this behind it? What's this? Heck, I'm going into running for governor, and I'm getting here going, how much do these governors make? How come these, I don't care if I can make a dime, obviously.
Right.
I don't care. Money's never been my driver, obviously. It's just getting attacked relentlessly. But I'm wondering how people can make money. Like I just seen Elon Omar, 65,000, and 4 years later she's got 30 million. In that time span, I went from 100 million to minus 10 million. I'm going, boy, I'm in the wrong business here.
You are, absolutely.
I see this. I'm going, you have these salaries. What is our government doing? And it's just, there's so many things that don't make sense. And think back during the China virus, in Minnesota here, we had, you could only have 8 people in your house for Thanksgiving, or your neighbor could turn you in and do 90 days in jail.
What?
Yes. And a month later, they added 4 for Christmas. Well, so you can have 4 more for Christmas. Thank you.
God.
That power of one person is disgusting. That one person could just do that. And because remember, you can make up laws and rules, but you better have the people's back when you do it, because if evil or somebody bad person gets a hold of it. I said this for years too, for 4 years ago, I said, we're at the tip of the spear with AI, artificial intelligence. And I said, if we don't secure our elections and have people elected, the people, instead of having people selected that are making these regulations for artificial intelligence, imagine if evil gets a hold of that. Heck, they could frame me for doing anything right now. You see stuff on social media going, how the heck did that happen? At least we're educating all the nonsense now. You're getting educated like they did one on me a couple of weeks ago with all these swearing and all this stuff. And people know me. You know me, Tom. And they're going like this, and people are laughing, going, Mike would never say that. But think of the people. Think of the people that don't have voices, that are nationwide, and you could take them and just destroy them probably get them put in prison or put in jail over something false that, show us the evidence. Well, let's see if this is real, so we're in scary times, but yet we're in the greatest time to be alive that I believe, because I think that God's given us grace for such a time as this, and it's all, we know wins in the end, but it's been quite a journey as we get through this, and things that don't make sense, and like you said, I don't care what a person does or what this does or whatever,
right?
But don't push it on me. Don't make me feel horrible that I'm that I this is what I do, and don't make these swings. And I think we're kind of getting a little bit out of that woke thing about But when you see these people wanting socialism, remember 4 years ago, Tom, I would say, people don't. If I was, people that wanted socialism, they come in. It's not having a cup of coffee with your friend in college going, hey, this is working great. We're socializing.
Right.
People need to be, the media can control everything. It's like they control the narrative. So that's why I really believe that that's where we're going to help us come out of this, is people getting their information from everywhere and be able to say what's wrong and what's not.
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're going to pop on the show once in a while?
Absolutely.
I hope so.
Yeah,
Mike, it's just great to see you again, and it's just, like I said, it's just one of those situations where, why would I go through my life, but I found out somebody, my neighbor down the block, voted for the other person, so now I hate him. It's like, no,
that's crazy.
No.
That's bizarre. Hey, Tom, I was the biggest surprise of all. I got to tell this part. Here I'm the American dream on steroids, everybody. I didn't know anything about politics, never voted in my life. Donald Trump invites me in August of 2016 to meet in a private meeting, asking me how it's my pillow made in the USA, and questioning me. I'm going, wow, this guy's asking me about it's just an ex-crack addict from Minnesota about it. How's it going? And but I went and talked to his. The story goes, after I got that meeting, I don't know much about presidents, but boy, his solutions that he was telling me seemed to make sense. And then I went and asked his employees what they thought of him, because I wanted to make sure what I just experienced was real. And they said, great guy, great boss. And he had done something for him individually. I got back to Minnesota, I was the media's darling. I just told him that yesterday in my clinic. I said, remember you guys, remember all you guys when I was the darling? How many more veterans are you hiring? How many more ex-addicts are you hiring? Boy, you just sold another 10 million pillows. Wow, amazing. And then when I put out that press release, they turned on me. They all turned on me. The Star and Tribune said, the biggest drug dealer ever in Minneapolis. I'm going, I never dealt a drug in my life.
You were a drug dealer?
No. And then I told the Tribune, my dealers told the Tribune, Mike never dealt a drug in his life. He tried to rid Minneapolis of drugs by doing them all.
There you go. Well, that's a good answer.
I'm getting wholesale prices. I'm just going to do them.
There you go.
But that was scary, and they did a retraction back then. But I'm going, what did I do? What did I do? And then Better Business Bureau took me from an A+ to an F, and the attack came on. So, Tom, I've had to live that for 8 years now, 9 years. That's what I see. There's a very deeper evil out there, and it's very. People told me, no, Mike, when you go into this governor, you're going to have protection and all this stuff. That's something I better think of, because me, Tom, I go right into the inner city. I'm going, hey, gather around, everybody. Let's give a hug here, So, but anyway.
All right. Well, make another date to come on the show. I want to stay on top of this whole situation. It's a great idea, I think, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon, Pally.
All right. Thanks, Tom. God bless you. See you guys. Merry Christmas.
Mike Lindell running for governor of the state of Minnesota, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break, be right back in a couple minutes, wrap things up right after this.
The salespeople at the Valley dealerships watch the traffic whizzing by, probably to the Mall of America or a Super Target. It's the holidays. People aren't thinking about buying cars. Being sales professionals who enjoy the human interchange as much as the sale, they're edgy. They've only each other, and they're tired of hearing the same jokes and stories repeated. Now, Valley has never used the word sale in its advertising. Their salespeople set their own prices. Come to a Valley store now and you have a sale. born of sheer loneliness. Want to talk about new GMCs, the Vikings quarterback situation, maybe the new Taylor Swift album? They don't care. They're salespeople, they're extroverts, they're desperately bored, and you're a new face. Just one request from Brett Paul of the Valley Stores.
I'm begging. If you're working with one of my staff during the holidays, please don't ask to see any pictures of their kids. Just play fair.
Create your own holiday sale on a new Buick or GMC at a Valley store in Apple Valley or Hastings today.
Can't get enough Tom Bernard podcasts? Looking for a vessel to contain your beverages? Perhaps a hat or a hoodie to keep you warm in the cold months and looking cool in the warm months? Well, we've even got luggage with our logo on it, so you can show people overseas what they're missing out on. If any of this sounds like your kind of thing, simply head over to tombernardpodcast.com, click on the merch button, and shop away. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't we close with this? Because I know we only got a minute or two left. You guys have other things to do in your lives, but
I got all the time in the world.
Do you guys in your generation, do you see this backing off a little bit? Because in my generation, people are really mean to one another right now. Are they doing the same in your generation, or is it better?
I think a lot of people have nothing better to do than just sit on the internet.
Well, that's true. It's a huge part of it.
People need something to do. They need a hobby. They need friends. They need a
internet.
What's that?
Mom's been radicalized by the internet.
A little bit, yeah.
Radicalized mom.
Well, yeah, she spends a lot of time on Twitter, and there's all sorts of stuff going on Twitter.
My biggest Christmas wish is Mom gets rid of her Twitter.
Really?
Oh, she's changed. It's changed her quite a bit. So
yeah, she never used to talk politics ever.
Yeah, now
it's you do know the reason she's doing that, and she wouldn't even admit this. But the way those people went after me 15 years ago or whenever it was and just raked me over the coals for no reason, like I said, oh, he's racist. Well, actually, you should ask Victor Treadwell and his sister and her husband about that, because I lived with all three of them, and I was the only honky in the building. So I'm going all the way back to 1970. I lived with a black family in Grand Forks, North Dakota. I mean,
the one black family?
At least they could check and see what it's all about. But they don't bother doing that. You know, if you succeeded, they don't like that.
It's not about truth or like.
No, it's not.
What actually happened? It's
not at all.
What actually happened is irrelevant to their cause.
Yeah, that's really.
Wild Billy, you say I wouldn't say KB1 is radicalized. Well,
not radicalized, but certainly more political than she used to be by quite a bit.
And it's more apparent in her like everyday life, like with us. Like I can't go out to dinner with her without her talking about politics over and over again. And she used to never talk about politics.
Yeah, she's not like talking about killing people or anything.
And
like, she's not radicalized.
I hate talking about politics.
But you have to remember, she went through it with me.
Yeah,
she went through it with me, and that really.
But why 30 years later hop on Twitter? Like that doesn't make
sense. Because they're
sense.
still doing it to other people. They will go after you because they found out you didn't vote like they did, which is the most psychotic thing I've ever heard.
Not acknowledge it and be like, okay, have your opinion. None of my business.
When they put it on the television or in the newspaper or whatever, it's pretty hard to ignore.
I don't know. I feel like
you can't. Whatever. We're all moving forward, and everything is magnificent. And Mom's
everything is magnificent.
All right. Any closing words?
Freezing cold weekend if you're in Minnesota, so stay in and make sure you're maybe now is a good time to get your furnace looked at just in case. Because I remember when Ethan was a baby, 2022 January, our furnace went out. And I ran to Home Depot and bought a bunch of space heaters, and we just like put them up all over the house to keep the house barely warm enough. That sucked. So you don't want that to happen. Get your furnace looked at. Get your tune-up going, or buy a bunch of space heaters just in case.
There you have it. Wild Bill says, "Watch your tax dollars get wasted, and your opinion will change."
Well, I'm not saying you can't have a political opinion.
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying that you can't have a political
if
opinion.
you can't go out to dinner with your family without bringing it up, like out of nowhere.
With somebody that you know doesn't like. That would be like if I was extremely pro-gay marriage, and then I went out to dinner with somebody that I knew was anti-gay marriage, and then I was like, let's talk about gay marriage.
Yep.
Like, you know, like we talk about
it's just going to be a bad time at that
like,
point.
It's just,
you know it.
we can talk about anything else. Well, not even political stuff. If Andy loved to talk about fishing and I hated talking about fishing and we went out to dinner and all he wanted to do was talk about fishing, I'd be like, I don't want to go to dinner with Andy anymore.
Yep, exactly.
Like, anything. It doesn't need to be politics.
Oh yeah, Joe's right. Get your our podcast hoodie. Keep you nice and warm.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Get your mug. Make yourself a tea.
Oh yeah, we've been drinking. I've been drinking tea, and we've been making hot chocolate.
The kids played outside for a cajillion hours last night, and they came in. Their faces were bright red, and
that's what happens when you
they had chamomile tea with honey after they played in the snow. That's what we always do.
So all right. Get your mug for your tea. Get your hoodie to keep you warm.
There you go.
I don't know. Maybe you should get like 3 or 4 hoodies and layer them.
Up with.
Yeah, get your pillow. Make a pillow for it so you can stay inside and be nice and warm.
There you go.
You should get a Tom Bernard podcast blanket.
I was gonna say big cozy blanket.
Honestly, it's maybe not a bad idea.
Probably not. Probably not. All right, we will talk to you guys on the over the weekend and certainly on Monday.
Yep. Bye.
Right, thanks a lot. Bye.
Every time I hear the same reminds me how you talking.